What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to Chill with Pete, the coffee break catch-up series where I just go over my week and any other random stuff which pops into my little brain as and when. So, kind of a week have you guys had? Mine's been okay. It's been a relief this week because I've got my last hospital appointment over, which I was really glad to get over and done with, which was I had a couple of MRI scans to go for, although the scans themselves, they don't hurt. Seems I've developed progressive claustrophobia, which is apparently is a thing. I've never even heard of it, but yeah, I just hate being in those capsules, the tubes, and it feels like you're in a coffin. Quite frankly, it feels like you're in a coffin, but luckily, I was in one of the latest scanning machines, and there's two things which are better about them. The first, which is amazing, is they take half of the time than the normal one. They're so quick, much quicker than the older ones. So like a scan, I don't know, it will take you 5 minutes. Because it does it in increments. Does 5 minutes, then 4 minutes, then like 3 minutes, and then go back to another 4 minutes. On like you have loads of different sections, and then when they do your spine, they moving you around, doing another 4 minute and another 3 minute. Anyway, so say you're doing a 5 minute scan, it'll do it in like 2.5 minutes. Ideal. So half the time, brilliant. So that's good. Reduces the time you've got to be in there. The other thing it's got, which is a game changer as far as I'm concerned. It's got a little mirror here. You can see it's angled as you're laying there in the capsule, and rather than seeing like the plastic of the thing over you, and your head's in the thing, and you're thinking, I can't breathe, whatever. It's angled, so you can see out. You can see your feet. You can see out of the capsule, so it doesn't seem like you're as enclosed. So, again, brilliant. So two things which really helped me. And so pleased to get that done. So pleased. Yeah, so that was a huge relief. That was on Thursday, so obviously I'm not going in any order this week. So, but yeah, work hasn't been quite so busy as it normally is. Not quite as stressful, which is nice. If only it was as non-stressful as that all the time, that'd be brilliant. Great. Weather's not very nice today. That said, I filmed an on the beach today because I felt that, spring is not that far. I can almost smell it. It's not very far away. Not very far away at all, so that's good. What else? I don't know. It's Mother's Day tomorrow. I saw my mum yesterday. I spent some time with her, and she's like adamant, I do not want flowers. Do not send me flowers because I haven't got the energy or time to sort them out anymore. So please don't. So I'm like, right, okay. Yeah, so that's a oh, I don't know. So much stuff on my bench looks messy and I don't like it. It's bugging me. But there's so many things I want to do. I mean, look, I started this like female fighter character that I got from eBay. I think she's really cool. Look, can you see? Really awesome. She's got these rows, got this like chainmail, and it just looks really good. I saw the model. I thought that just looks really cool. I like it. And then I've got these, which I don't know what they are, but I got them for. Some sort of gorilla with a tail. I don't know, but I got them for. I got two of them. I got them because I wanted some sort of monster, like swamp-based monster, that I want to paint up for role playing. Yeah, there's going to be a swamp at some stage. There's always a swamp at some point, isn't there? At some point. I mean, At some point in your D&D career, you will come across a swamp. I guarantee it. So we gotta have a couple of swamp monsters to be ready. Anyway, I've got other swamp monsters, but I thought they were particularly intriguing. I've been working on the Ralpatha miniatures as well for the Dragon Quest game. I've been working on them, but it doesn't seem like I'm getting anywhere. But I am. I mean, I'm doing work on them, but I'm not getting anything off the bench, which is a little bit disheartening. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I've got to sort my miniatures out, the boxes and things. I've had an idea about getting started with the game, just setting up the first scene, which is going to be a shipwreck scene. I want it to be the shipwreck scene. I am taking the initiative, and I'm starting scene 1 with the shipwreck, washing up on shore. That's how it starts, and then we'll let the gods of random have their way. I've got a cup of tea, by the way. This is my second cup. I've not long finished one. I've got another one here on the go. Oh, sometimes I just really fancy tea. Other times I don't. Oh, I bought myself some brushes off of eBay. No, couldn't tell you what make them. I just thought, oh yeah, triangulated handles, nice, and they look like they're good. They'll keep their points for I don't know how long. They weren't. Excuse me. They weren't mega expensive, but they weren't cheap either. So I've got a load of brushes I need to go through. I really do need to go through them. Can you hear seagulls? Seagulls are starting to make more noise now. I couldn't find Sandy today when I went to feed him. He's obviously found shelter somewhere, and he's waiting out there. Must be that tells me it's probably going to come in raining, or it's like a storm later, because he can sense it, I reckon, if he's not there. I reckon so. So hope he's all right. Tomorrow we're going for a pub lunch, on Mother's Day. So my wife and I are just treating ourselves, basically. So we don't have any dishes to do, which is nice for Sunday dinner. Yeah, so we got that. Yeah, what else? Ooh, what else? I'm trying to think what's going on this week. We're getting a new car next week. Picking it up. Trading in our car for another car. A slightly bigger car, a bit more comfortable for me, not as low down. I've got to think the future and long term, and that with my condition, and that is getting harder and harder to get in and out of a vehicle these days, especially a low down one. So that'll help. That'll be a big help. And yeah, be better suited for the country lanes, I feel. It's more of an SUV type thing. So yeah. So that's good. What else? Come on, what else? What's been happening with you guys? Let me know. What's your week brought you? Do let me know. I know there's a lot of painting challenges going on these days, and I really wish I could, take part. And at the moment, things are just so difficult, because I can't predict my times with stuff. So it's difficult. You guys know what it's like. With work in that, so it's just one of those things, and it's not forever, is it? It'll come around again, and I can sort of plan out my stuff and my videos again. Super looking forward to summer. Can't wait for my next summer here. What's it going to bring? Can't wait. I told you about the whole council business. I applied to be a counsellor. That was an interesting experience, shall we say? Yeah, interesting. 6 applicants, myself included. So, yeah, very interesting. What could I bring as a town councillor? Passion for the area, that's one thing. That's one thing. Seaton Town Council. And thinking about one of your questions back along. This is I get this is based at the other councillors, but one of the questions I got asked is what challenges do I see ahead for the future for Seaton? And I'll tell you here and now, an ongoing challenge for the town is going to be maintaining tourism and ensuring the influx of tourism for the local economy. That's a challenge, and the best way to do that is to not let any area get too run down. Keep up with the standards, and just keep doing what you're doing. Basically, just keep it nice. Keep it a nice place to be, because it's a beautiful place to live. It really is. Yeah. I've got a new project happening in the future soon. It's going to be interesting. New project. Talk about that in On the Beach a little bit. I don't even know if I did. I might have said I've got a new project. Yes, I think I did a little bit. Anyway, it's going to be restoring toy cars and things, trucks and whatever else. From Matchbox cars to Dinky and Corgi, that kind of thing. It's all part of the nostalgia trip, you see. Came across a couple of toys online that I used to have as a child, and I was like, so I got them, and I was like, I've got to restore them to their former glory, or at least do my utmost to get them back to what they once were, And I think, I think I can have a fair crack at that. I think, I got a fair chance of doing that. I think I can. I think so. Yeah, there's a couple of things. Thunderbird 2 I've talked about already, and I haven't even started that yet. I'm doing a little bit of research on the restoration side of it, because none of these toys seem to have, where the paint flakes off, there doesn't ever seem to be any primer. And it shocks me. And I'm like, was paint different back then? Those oil-based paints, or is there something in it that doesn't need a primer? What's the deal? What's the deal? And I've got to get my airbrush set up for it. I know that, but yeah, it's just intriguing to me. So, so I'm gonna research that a bit. What else? I don't think there's much else. This week has just kind of, I don't know, become its own monster, really. One day's bled into the next, and it's not been that different. Apart from like the hospital appointment, the times of the appointments, going there. Don't like driving in Exeter. It's not a favourite of mine. And neither does Mrs. Mini Warzone. She really hates driving in Exeter. I suppose if you're a newcomer to someone like Plymouth, where I used to live, it'd be the similar sort of thing. You'd hate driving there because you're just not used to the roads, I suppose. I think that's what it just comes down to, an unfamiliarity. And when you first go to a new area or a new city, a lot of the places, they all look the same and similar. The roads and the road systems and that, they just look the same. You don't know where you are. One wrong turn, you end up going in completely the wrong direction. Yeah. Anyway, it's a bit stressful. So, two things I need to do really is clear my benches out. I need to set up scene 1 for role playing, because I haven't even decided really. I've just messed around. One of the things I don't like about starting a campaign, especially with a new character, is creating the character. Well, I don't mind thinking about them, you know, the lore behind them, their backstory. I love all that. But you know, I find the physicality of creating a new character, rolling them up, a bit of a chore. You know, I just can't be bothered. I just want to get going with it. You know, I always use pre-generated characters whenever I can because I'm that type of guy. I just want to get going with it. You know, let's just play. I love the box sets you get with there's pre-gen characters in them. Yep, just choose one of them. I'm there. I'll use that. So I'm not one to try and, you know. I am not the sort of person I used to be, maybe when I first started, but nowadays I'm not the sort of person to want to try and trick out my character with all the best stuff to try and get around every possible contingency, you know, every possible thing a DM can throw at you. That's not me. I just want to create the story with the character and be part of the greater whole. That's what I want. But doesn't always work out that way, does it? But that's part of the fun, I think. You know, part of the fun. Anyway, I forgot I've got the timer on this this camera here. I can see without looking at my microphone. Wow! So I better get drinking with this. Just realised I don't really want to do any more to my little gnome character. I thought, oh, does he need finishing off? I thought, no, he's okay, you know, he's all right. He's a little gnome scout thing. A little gnome rogue he could be, or he could be a gnome ranger, you know. He's got a little crossbow, so he's kind of cool. I don't want to play a gnome though. I want to play a fighter. I like to look at figures and roll a character up based on them. So if I want to play, I might even play this female fighter here. So I look at the model and I think, yes, I'll roll a character up based on the model. You know, and that's what I might just do that. I've got another one I've just primed up as well here. Female barbarian. 3D printed. I mean, the detail's not fantastic, but it's not bad. It'll do for a role-playing game. You know, it'll do for a role-playing game. And I've been painting my, I'm still, you know, my Age of Sigmar guys, because they're going to be in the campaign. They're going to be giants. So I've got that one. I've got that one. Where's the other chappy? There he is. That one. Like a trio of them. They're going to be like three giants or three demi-giants or like half giants, whatever you call it. That are going to be fighting in the arena that I'm going to have in my campaign. So I've got it all kind of mapping it out in my brain here, mapping it out in my mind. No chronological order to it. It's going to happen. It's got to happen at some point, some location or locality. Don't know where. I don't think the fighting arena is going to be one of the first things we come to. But all I know is for sure we're going to wash up with whatever character I have ashore on the beach. That's it. Might have a bit of amnesia. That's always good for especially solo. Your character has amnesia. You can have the backstory mapped out, but for the time being, you don't remember. So that is that lazy? Is that because it does cut down on some of the backstories? You don't have to flesh out everything, and you can do it as you go. Then that's kind of fun. That can while away the hours. I find with solo role playing, I find it uses up your time a lot. So you do need a lot of time. It's super fun though. I love it. I absolutely love it. I mean, down the road here, they play, you know, around the table. I've been asked to DM, and but I prefer solo. These days. I've been spoilt, you know. I've had a I've been spoilt with the games I've played in my lifetime, the type of game I've played in my lifetime, the DMs I've encountered in my lifetime, or GMs. Been some fantastic ones. And then the groups I've played in, and even GM'd for. I've been spoiled because they've been brilliant. I feel I can't recreate that. You know, those times have gone, I think. And now I've moved here, it would be new people, so the dynamic would be totally different, I feel. I know you create a new one with new people and that, but yeah, the dynamic we had as groups in the past was just phenomenal, and it worked so well, and we had such a good time. God, we wasted half our life playing role-playing games. You know, talking early hours of the morning and through to the next day, and going off, getting to sleep, coming back. You know, it's just crazy. And that's all about a fighting arena. We got rich, bought a pub that had a fighting pit out back, and we just ran it. We basically just played games, just like betting on fights and entering duels, and it meant we could do it on our own without a DM. So we were able to do it while the DM or GM, the GM, because it was Talislanta we were playing there. The GM would go off, you know, go home, whatever, and, you know, and come back the next day or the day after. And yeah, it's just fun. There's always at least 3 or 4 of you there playing. Sometimes as many as a dozen. I lived. Let me explain. At that time, I lived in an apartment that used to be part of a massive old house. Huge, big rooms. Put a couple of big dining room tables together. Got a load of seats, like chairs, and borrowed some from the lady upstairs. And you know, they'd come round and yes, yeah, oh, such good times. But maybe there's stories for another day. Anyway, I've got to drink this drink else I'll never get done, and I don't want to bore you too much. Oh, nearly done, chaps, don't worry. There we go. That's it. That is Chill with Pete this week. Just getting it out there. And, oh, stretch actually. Oh, I'm back in my chair. Oh. Sometimes it's good to have a stretch. Right, thanks for watching. Do remember, all brushes lead to war. Let me know how your week's been. My week's been okay. See you on another video. Bye for now, guys. Bye-bye.